Let's dive into the doctrine of estates and native title, exploring the intricate questions and answers that shape our understanding. Understanding the difference between dominium directum and dominium utile is crucial. The former refers to the superior title held by the lord or crown, while the latter pertains to the beneficial use held by the tenant. In a feudal tenure system, all titles must indeed be derived from the crown, emphasizing the hierarchical nature of land ownership. English feudal tenure faced significant challenges in colonial Australia, both physically due to the vast and sparsely populated land, and constitutionally as the Crown's radical title overlooked indigenous occupation. The distinction between a remainder and a reversion interest is key. Remainder is a future interest to a third party, while a reversion is a future interest that returns to the guarantor. An interest vested in title does not necessarily mean it is vested in possession, hence highlighting the complexity of property rights. Legal remainders must satisfy contingencies before the prior life estate ends to ensure certainty of future interest, though statutes may relax these rules to preserve contingent gifts. Despite the Mabo No. 2, the decision rejecting the fiction of terra nullius, the radical title was retained, underscoring its necessity for sovereignty and modern land law. Native title is fundamentally based on traditional laws and customs and is inalienable, meaning it cannot be sold or transferred except to the crown. The doctrine of extinguishment occurs through inconsistent crown acts, but native title may survive if the grant coexists with it. Validating past acts before the Racial Discrimination Act does not mean compensation for native title holders, as validation removes legal effect but requires just terms compensation under the Native Title Act. Exclusive possession acts deny others access, while non-exclusive possession allows coexisting rights, with extended primary production being non-exclusive under the Native Title Act. Future acts are valid under the Native Title Act and meet procedural rights, whereas non-permissible acts are invalid due to improper process. Let's sum up this video. We have covered key questions and answers on the doctrine of estates, native title, and the implications of the Mabo decision. I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you for watching.